I forgot to hit the record button so I can actually record this to put it on YouTube. So I just hit it now. All right, so I got the warhead, or the toxic waste. I'll do that real quick. How you doing today, Chip? Good day to have 72k worms, huh? Come on, come on. There we go. I could open this, guys. Hmm. 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 Oh god, it's sour. That's really sour. Let's get to it. So, as you guys know, we beat the entire game last time. We didn't. We saw Sherlock Holmes. We saw Herlock Sholmes in really weird places. We then broke the will of these two people, Garadeb and his wife. Oh fuck, what's her name?
Mrs. Garadeb.
Mrs. Garadeb, thank you. Fair enough. By proving that she could beat the shit out of him pretty easily. And yeah.
I think it's Joan.
Joan, that's it. You're right. You were 100% correct. It is Joan. It is Joan. All right. Well, let's see. What voice did I give him? Kind of give him a voice like this, if I recall correctly, right?
Something like that, I think, yes.
Something like that. All right, cool. Luckily, there's a jolly good secondhand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material. Hey, Katie, is that illicit material to you? A little.
It's got a little kissy mark right there.
Ooh, that's right.
It's pretty spicy.
Hold on. Let me get
especially for Victorian England.
I gotta get like a little censor bar for whenever that comes up now. Give me 1 second.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished would rather be closer to the mark. And beasts will certainly apt at this. Ah! Here we go again. God, I love her. She's great. She knows how to keep her man in check.
She's a bit violent for my taste. I prefer Susato Flip.
Of course, of course. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by a fire when the candle fell on the floor? Right to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled up with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. I don't think entertaining's the right word, Shlomes. Yeah, let's go to our friends, the Garadeb's house, and let's hope that they catch on fire again, because that's so much fun, y'all.
He seems like a man who would enjoy that chaos.
He does. He does. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being.
Over here, Mr. Garadeb.
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Had my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. I mean, it looks okay.
Most of them seem salvageable.
Most of them seem salvageable, yeah. Discombobulate them, Sholmes. A shout out to It's a Bland, guys. He's a great streamer. Send him some love. Send him some love. Hi, how you doing today, Bland? God, discombobulate meme. I love that so much. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Then the wife started hurling things at me. Oh my god. Okay, she's a wee bit violent, huh? She's a wee bit violent. I think she might be a little more violent than typical. My pleasure, Bland. How you doing today?
What a terrible sight it must have been.
Can you stop mixing your tea with your fucking pipe? It pisses me off to no...
I don't know why it makes you so angry.
Because what's in your pipe? It's tobacco. You're putting tobacco in your tea. Like, ugh. Oh, speaking of that meme, I couldn't find it. Maybe I overlooked it a couple times. Oh, yeah. 1 sec at work. Oh, yeah. Enjoy the work, Lurk. There I was, back up at the window under heavy enemy fire. Oh, my God. Incendiary books coming in 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride. Ah, yes. Your notorious love of big cats coming through again.
Sherlock Holmes gets it every time.
He gets it every goddamn time. Remember, he is married to the lion. There's no smoke from the pipe. I mean, yeah, sure, there's no smoke from the pipe, but still.
Can't afford to smoke tobacco.
I can't even afford a maid. What a loser. Actually, so I do have a legitimate question. I don't know if you know the answer to this. What were wedding rings like back in the 1800s? Because, like, I know that... what if the pipe is a spoon? What if the pipe is a spoon? That's a weird fucking spoon. Like, I know that, you know, when De Beers became a company, that's when they started diamonds as a thing, right? And that was in the mid-1900s? Like, what were wedding rings like in the 1800s? Was it just like a simple gold band? Fair enough.
No idea.
I assure you the title doesn't influence my choice in the slightest. The poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage.
Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again.
In a roundabout way, it can be described as a great British wonder that they didn't steal this time. I tell you, it was a total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think.
So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole blighty could have been flooded outside my window that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dash thing.
Oh, really?
Mr. Shlomes? He's got a pipe too. Mr. Shlomes, is he just like gently kissing the pipe? Like giving it like a little smoochy? Like a little... Just a little smooch? He's not even putting it in his mouth to like pretend he's smoking. He's just giving it a little smoochy. Yeah, to be fair, I do that to my pen sometimes when I'm working. Now that I think about it, I can't judge him for that. I do that to my pen. I don't like chew on my pen, but I suppose I'll just like try to put it to my lip and tap it, or like give it a little smooch. So like, you know, Sholmes, I was gonna fucking dunk on you, but I can't now. Legally, I cannot. Yes, Mr. Naruto, what can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Gyarados' situation now. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man would be hiding something, I could not be sure whether a secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were gonna say that. Now, Mrs. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. I mean, he's got you there. That makes that makes complete sense, though.
No, it makes sense, but what it makes no sense in that, like, don't bullshit me, Mr. Holmes.
Well, no matter what, it is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no, is that time already?
If we are to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
So, that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garadeb.
Oh, you can say hubby poo. We know now. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
Thank you both very much for your time.
Saseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. Ooh, boy. Boy. Oh, we did, okay, fine.
It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison.
Yes, I know. Let's hail a Oh.
What's the matter?
It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garadeb's house.
Hmm?
What the fuck voice do I give this guy? God damn it! Fuck this! Oh, come on! I'm sorry, but like I wasn't prepared for this voice. Okay. What is this fucking Prince Charles II or some shit? Okay. Is this who was the king this time? Is this the fucking king?
No.
He looks straight out of Umineko.
Victorian era English. It's Queen Victoria.
It's wait.
This is not Queen Victoria.
Okay, so you
I'm
sure?
saying the monarch of this time period is Queen Victoria.
So who's the fucking prince? Alright, anyways. But he does kind of look straight out of Umineko.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yeah.
I don't see it, legitimately.
Alright, anyways. Oh, fuck, what voice I give him? Gonna be hoity-toity! I know thee not, old man! Fall to thy prayers! Fuck! It's another person we don't know! Come on, game! Damn it! Oh, shit! I'm just like, alright, we're gonna get one character. Okay, I can deal with it. Maybe he's talking to Mr. Garadeb and Garadeb can see our way off. But no, it's just this fucking, he looks like the fucking old man Muppet. What's his name? Who's the old man Muppet? Hold on. Old man Muppet. Stalter. He looks like Waldorf from the Muppets. Yeah, he looks like fucking Waldorf from the Muppets, but with the body of Stalter. Oh, fuck this. Okay, let's God, what voice am I gonna give this guy? Who are you calling? No. I already had that for the judge. Who are you calling an old man? I'm looking any pity. Press the wrong button. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, there than are dreamt in your philosophy. Who is this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about?
Excuse me.
What the? Who are you now?
I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
Oh, don't bring me into this already. Eh? A lawyer? What? If I could be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I am from Japan, but I have studied English law. Tisk! Oh, fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a booming nun to you? Elisha, thank you for the subscription.
I do hope you're not injured.
Hi Elijah, how are you? This is Queen Victoria. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. That sounded a lot like what's his name? Beetle. From Legend of Zelda. Alright, no spoilers valid, Elijah. Like, thank you! But I actually, he's Beetle. He's Beetle for me right now. Alright. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy! I'm not Horatio either.
Give the inquiry, sir, but... Are you a lodger here, in the Garadeb residence?
Oh, fair is the maiden, thou art so right! Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode! Sir Garadeb mentioned he had another lodger, didn't he? That must be the man. God, I hate his mouth! It's so stupid. Like a fly's gonna go in there. Like he's just like oh, the entire time. Like I fucking hate him. Oh my god, he's worse than Wellington. And I fucking hated Wellington to start off with too. But like he's worse already. He's so much fucking worse. Can I slap this guy? Is in this game? Am I allowed to slap this dude? Also, another thing. Why is his like jewels so off center? Like it's diamond, square, circle, then it's square, diamond, circle. Why? Why do you have the two circles perfectly where... I mean, the two circles are where, you know, the chesticle circles are, generally. But then you have like a diamond and a square, and then a square and a diamond. Why is it not like diamond, square, circle, and instead it's like diamond, square, circle, circle? You know what I'm saying?
That you'll never understand fashion.
No, this is very true. Elijah does call me hobo chic. When we talk about my clothing fashion. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Oh, yes! A gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy of wholeness than my battles of words there could be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who is stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see.
I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least.
So, fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well!
I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room.
He's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. Good, I'm glad he's never coming back into this game anymore. I'm sick of that voice already. So Seki-chan and the Manus Lodges, the Garadeb house is certainly full of eccentrics. And I'll go find a carriage.
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return.
Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Oh, God, right. Fucking let me get my existential dread voice on real quick. Hold on. I just gotta give myself a fucking heart attack real quick. Oh, it's you! You're here! You came! Look upstairs! Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! Oh god, I'm gonna start hyperventilating.
I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
This dude's gonna, like, break his teeth! Like, that, like, I know they have a lot of dentists in, like, in fucking Japan, but I don't think they have as many dentists in Japan, in England, dude. Oh, no, think of it, nothing at all. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr. Oh, please don't say that. Oh, God, please don't say that.
Do you have a problem with renowned author Soseki Natsume being a furry stuff?
I just don't want to say I would purr with pleasure at the company. I'm just saying. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Oh, nurturing never failing Nipponese. Let's not get carried away here. Fuck! Alright, what voice is this person gonna be?
I don't remember, sadly.
I'm gonna take a guess.
I have one idea,
I'm gonna take a guess and say Herlock. Just because, like, I feel like he'd appear randomly. Oh, I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand, yes! It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's yes! Ah, it's you! The miserable, rotten, spy, hairlock Sloans! I
love how he's, like, insulting him and Herlock is like, yes, it is I!
Look at this fabulous specimen of a detective in front of you, Soseki-san. Look how beautiful I am with my goggles. I'm kind of jealous of those goggles, actually. Mr. Slomes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I've decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful. At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyways, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah! You! How dare you! Hairlock Slooms! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted my spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed tomorrow in tomorrow's trials as well. My whole life is bedamned. Is bedamned. Bedamned?
Yeah, that seems correct.
I keep thinking like bejeweled. Like his whole life is bejeweled. I'm like, who's putting like little jewels and sparkles on your shit?
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is so much truth in Mr. Mustache's word. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Jesus Christ. The one time we don't have Maya Fey.
What?
The one time we don't have Maya Fey when there's actually spirits. No. We got cursed and stuff. There we go. Poopy. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. Mr. Natsume, what do you mean by what you said just Mr. Natsume, what do you mean by what you said just
I would like to take back my request for you to be my lawyer.
Hey Proxy, how are you? Oh fuck, alright, let's try this again. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? God, that was so hard. About the trial being cursed. Oh, no, why are you looking so great? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. How many hours of sleep did you get this week? Oh no, Chip, don't pull this on us. Don't pull this on us, Chip. I see. It really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please, tell me! Summarize this distinctly in 16 salient words! Why 16? No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Oh, that was 16 words. Cool. Yeah, 6 hours, 7 hours. Same here, Proxy. They're ready for this amazing voice acting on Katie's end and my horrible voice acting. Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly!
Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper.
And Shlom's gonna say, and he died horribly this morning, being burned to death.
But then, after the trial was over,
Never mind, I just thought I was gonna say it.
the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Mr. McGill did. What? Ah, I am impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us.
Mr. Shloms, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself?
Oh no, he couldn't have, surely.
But I did! He's flying in the background, just like going to the... But you can't tell anybody because I'm actually a bat now! Just zooms back out. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. As such, he is a selective murderer.
Oh, yes, why, of course he is.
Oh, of course he is! Then why are you trying to scare me? Oh, we have his theme in the background. I love this theme. It's so good. It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Let's see what this beautiful Dracula man does. Van Zeeks is quite an exceptional man. However, in London's court of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Oh, that's good. Look at his kawaii anime eyes right now. He has the most anime fucking eyes in the entire goddamn game. Sasaki said it looked like he's gonna cry tears of joy.
Sweet, sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
Sweet baby boy.
As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. Okay, don't lie to us. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for the matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail.
But it means the wrong verdict can be passed.
And sadly, it is from time to time, my dear madame. It's simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright? However, those indicted by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh my.
Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? How? Ah, by all manners of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drowned. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruto. Oh, I knew it. I'm dead! Don't! Done for! Don't! Oh my god. These talks are so much longer than they were in the original Ace Attorney games. Like, I'm finding myself out of breath from them sometimes.
I mean, part of it is that you're putting a lot of energy into them.
It's almost like yeah, that's true. I have two high energy, high requiring characters here, Shlomes and Soseki, and both of them have demanding voices. So it's like, breathe, 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 you know?
Breathe.
Breathe. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Gerdep's house, I presume. Do you mean to say that you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been on this a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind me. I wonder why there are foreign faces staring at you in London. You're like the only Japanese person here. Sorry, bud. I hate to be a little cruel, but... I was sure people were talking... That sucks though, people are talking about you. Like, don't get me wrong, that's fucking bullshit racism. That should not happen. I was sure people were talking about me, so I feel nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me. Oh, it's on! It's all still on! So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help the fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I had to move a number of times, most recently to the room on Briar Road a week ago. Yeah, why did you choose there? It seems a little, inconvenient. Where's the cheap? I have so little money. It appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, if you have something to say, say it, but not mention it in the first place! Yeah, well said. It was true. It's true. You mean the room really is cursed then? It's that windowless hellhole. I've been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I've been choked to death. Or here's that just going to like some carbon monoxide poisoning or some shit. In my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison, and nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits! If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can nobody find in his or her heart to believe in me? No, all. To believe. Yes, to believe. To believe.
To believe.
To believe. I just found it really funny. It's like, to believe. Yes, to believe. Next topic. To believe. If the next sentence has the word to believe, I'm gonna fucking flip a gourd. Mr. Shlomes. Alright, good. We're not flipping any gourds today. Ah, me, Mr. Naruto. Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. The Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was a suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe in me? I see, yes, you mean. Because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in the locked room. Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer would require explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying! Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? Is this dude okay? Shlomes, are you okay? What happened to your head, man? Were you dropped as a kid? If you were, I'm sorry. But like, are you okay, bud? You see, the only thing I believe in are those I choose to believe in. Wait. Okay.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. I do my own research, and as such, vaccines are a load of crocky.
God.
Sherlock Shlomes, anti-vaxxer confirmed. I'm kidding, please. No, please get your vaccine and get the booster shot. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust, another is. In the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right! He's right! Look at student Mr. Naruto Esquire! Whether or not I can believe in myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. The wind still blows here up in heaven. God damn, he's so cool. God damn, Kazuma, so cool. You're so right, Kazuma. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we're leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Yes, I'll come. Bring me out, please.
Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there?
Oh, Proxy, I'm so glad you do. The small fry and our boy, the primordial whooper. The primordial whooper. They love being here. That was the beta design for Whooper back in the day. That's what we based this one off of. Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Look, I'm service Lord Esquire! As I said, I'm only experienced in British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was not found guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime, and it's imperative that we prove that in court. Oh, comes to Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you permit me to represent you tomorrow as I stab a wooden stake into Dracula's fucking chest.
Can't prosecute if you be dead.
Exactly!
Unless you are, of course, Dracula himself, in which case being dead is just your typical state of being.
It's his typical Tuesday, yeah. Don't steal the beta looper! God, Proc's gonna steal the beta looper. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yeah, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Mr. Sato.
Yes.
Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
Aw, that's cute. Kill the prosecutor. That's just how the legal system's working. Exactly. The shocking event of yesterday's trial still weighs heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learn to believe in myself. And if I can't believe in myself, I'm gonna believe in the me that Sholmes believes in. So Seki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him. To fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom. With all the strength I can muster.
I do think there is something to be said about, you know, people can betray your trust, but at the end of the day, you can't just shut people out. You have to be confident that you're a good judge of character.
Yeah.
And if someone betrays that, then that's something then you have learned.
Excuse me, sorry. I had to yawn. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Because I know I'm gonna have to do a very specific voice soon. That's probably the easiest voice on me too. That's the funniest thing. Like, unless Shlomes like appears upside down, like next to the judge or something, I think I'll be fine for the trial part. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back in here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and that could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little, you know, crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Hey, what if we try this one weird rule? Maybe we could get our... Oh, guilty? Oh, he's being hanged tomorrow? Oh. Yikes. Sorry, bud. You know we were on a research trip. My bad.
And that's how it works in real life, so...
Good morning! Yeah, right voice. Ah, Mr. Natsume, good morning!
Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. They really are.
They are, actually, yeah. They are more bloodshot than they were in the last scene. They really percussions the word, as they say here in Britain. I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. I tried desperately not to wake up early. I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. Oh my god, it's a fucking mood. When you want to wake up early and you're so anxious about waking up early that you actually don't fall asleep till like 3 a.m.
He didn't want to wake up early is the funny thing. He wanted to wake up late.
Oh, he's calling me out of my sleeping schedules. I fucking hate it. But in a really weird roundabout way. Anyways. And now I'm here, absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the Valentine. 2! Terrified! 2! Tremble! You're trembling. I can't tremble! I'm so scared! I'm so scared! And he's trembling right in front of us. Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ryosuke. I can't do this! I can't take it! He just feels like he's gonna just jump into a pool. Oh, welcome to Mrs. Everett Esquire. Yeah? I got a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my came such as a tourist affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. You know why that might be, Mr. Sato?
Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Tell me the truth for me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Lord Van Zeeks? Is that right, Mr. Sato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey. He stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, in fact, the Gretchen told us something similar, did he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was. So many goddamn flashbacks.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here than in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized it, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon, for what appears to be a mundane murder?
And as we look at like the newspaper, we see it's just Van Zeek's clothes, and you can't see his face, skin, hands, or anything like that anywhere else.
It's just his cloak and two like red beady eyes.
And there's a fucking goblet of wine, a hallowed chalice of wine, like floating in the air.
That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
Mundane! Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century for some of us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
No, let's not forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Mr. Naruto Esquire, it's you! Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times you stand against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper! Please, don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers!
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
God damn it. Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive! Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Let him go, he's stressed.
It was you, Mr. Nutsman, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student new to London with little in the way of experience, skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight in your corner until the bitter end, and I'll believe in you, Mr. Natsume. But look, I'm student Mr. Naruto Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
Aww. Aww. Oh, but no, non-locum assistant Miss Mikatoba Esquires. I keep that forever! I shall never forget this great kindness as long as I live! Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense! The court is in session to begin. Kindly make your way to the courtroom at once. Alright then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go. Yes! Yes! Okay. This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last, just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. Believe it! No, believe it? Okay. February 20th.
You can't repeat back to he's dead, Steph.
I know. Oh, wait, hold on. Out of curiosity. So, oh, fuck. The 20th is going to be a Monday. So, in other words, we have to finish this specific court. We have to, get to the next day in the next 2 weeks because one of our streaming days is the 21st of February. So, we're going to have to do that, hopefully. Oh, so we got... Wait, do we have all new jurors? Good. Fuck, it's so many new voices. God damn it.
Medicine declare him to close this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
I love that he just starts it out like, yes, it is I with my cloak in front of my face. I shall not show you my fangs. Give me my fangs. Give me a moment, Judge. I am wiping the blood from my teeth from my previous victim. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. The Nipponese are truly a fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description.
Sato-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Damn.
Yet dunked on.
Throw it. Very true, and a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate, violent end. God damn, alright.
Thank you, consuls. I see both sides are in fine fettle.
Girls, please stop fighting.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in the court as impartial members of the public?
Wait, you are familiar, you fucker. What's your name? Oh my god. What was his name? He was in the last trial. Can't believe he's back. Fuck you, dude. You were such a pain in the ass last time. You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
I warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I would appear.
Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow.
I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that that mustached foreigner did the deed.
This is not gonna have a biased opinion at all.
Come on now, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sure, didn't quite catch that. Well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Von Zeeks.
Very recently, the Great Britain signed an alliance with the rising power in the Far East. The accused is in a... The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended its foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of a more sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the streets.
A knife crime! I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst! Bloody oath they are!
Just look at that sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
Oh my god, they really nailed that they really nailed down the racism in this part, huh?
Come on, let's get with it. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollow chalice here in this great chamber. I have another one underneath my cloak. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Very well. My friend, lead the inspector in, please.
Oh, that's Gregson?
Yeah!
Your name and occupation, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at the Scotland Yard.
Would you please summarize the events of the case in the court, Inspector?
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. I'll bring your partner from thoughts from her. Yes, haven't been stabbed. I'm trying to get to like the. Hold on, let me get back to the voice. Gavna. Gonna be horrible. Make people like really hate me for being like stereotypically against the British or some shit like that. Anyways, yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since. What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Come on, honestly, but her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern Steward, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at the street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside Breyer Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. Not long. Reset the brain stuff. You know, do like a little and we're good.
Hacking brain.
Turn it on and off again real quick. You know, that's like the classic IT solution.
It solves more problems than you'd think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It not been long since stopped snowing as. Wait, what?
It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim.
I could not read that. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious years, we're unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file of everything we know about the victim so far.
Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please.
Time to read the court record.
Court record.
What of the weapon that was used?
Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. I fucking hope so. Hell, just one big thing. That one big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose.
I call it a grander knife, Jack, I will say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence.
Well, time to start playing with that in the court record.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume.
Let's open the court record real quick, because I got it. The young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive green female, stout build, early 20s. Pavement on Briar Roads, east side, north southeast. Okay. Officer reporting Raleigh Fleet. The victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, someone's gonna say there's like 3 stab wounds. Someone's gonna say there's like 3 stab wounds. And everyone would be like, no, it's a single stab wound. Thank you for the water proxy and the stretch. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer. It was successfully arrested the following day. So we're gonna have to deal with Mr. Rolly Beat. Alright. I can't find anything out of place. Oh, okay. Oh, the tip's broken. The knife I actually use for work, the tip is broken as well, so I need to get a new knife.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo, just at the tip. Small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Mr. Sato.
Wonder what could have happened to it.
Yeah, you don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Oh. Oh. That's cool. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's just about it, honestly. Alright. From what we can tell just by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have anything much worth pinching, my lord. Oh shit, well in that case we're looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting secondhand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Nussbaum, doesn't appeal to get out much. At this moment in time, we still haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
He's making you sound like a good boy.
If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Nussbaum possibly have for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrest the man in spite of that in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Drink it at least! That was so unnecessary! It was literally the he asked a legitimate question.
It belongs to the court rabble now.
It was a legitimate. Listen. Van Zeeks, I love how fucking extra you are. It was the first question.
Do you see the guy, the first fucking question, and he picks it up with his 2 fingers and flings it behind him.
Yeet!
Fucking get out of here. Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. Ah, my leg!
I mean, you heard it smash. Someone is going to the hospital right now.
The next trial will be that of Von Ziegs versus the public. We have this man who lost a concussion. Oh no, I've screwed myself over!
I gotta find you. There's a thread going around on Twitter where it's like, tweet like Ace Attorney is real, and one of them has like a picture of a hospital room. It's like, don't sit behind the prosecution in the court gallery.
Dipshit just did a crime in the courtroom. One concussion from my wine bottles today. Shall we make it two concussions?
But your words have soured the tallow banquet. Bouquet. For it is you, my learned Nipponese friend, who is being heavy-handed here.
Why is he posing just like a JoJo character? I hate it. It's great. I love it.
What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question.
Well, I'm questioning it. How does it feel?
Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your affordable testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. The constabulary? The constabulary? Constabulary.
Yeah.
Constable.
I've heard of constable before.
Yeah, I've never heard of constabulary. Like, it just sounds like a Pokemon. Go! Constabulary! 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 You know what I'm saying?
God.
Yes, sir! God, I want like a newspaper of fish and chips right now. God damn it. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought, he was on his way home from the bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him. Old books, sir. Yes, my lord, I have a photograph here, the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. We're gonna find the fucking lion thing in there. Oh yes, I can see the books of what you're referring. I will take a photograph print as evidence. Please, Inspector. I thought you were going to see that lion book in there. You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well,
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but the defendant is not denying everything as you put it.
Damn, she's out the takedown. According to Google, apparently, constabulary just means cop. Yeah. It's just like I've never heard that word used for cop before. Like, just such a. It's like the first time I've heard constable. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, oh constable, hello constable. Like constabulary, like that seems wild. Yeah. What are you doing, Mr. Sato?
Go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in prison yesterday, he did tell us all that happened. I was walking along the cursed pavement. I could have got the silhouette of the other head of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was. She suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed into the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran, so I was carried back to my cursed lodgings. A green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing.
Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next?
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing a woman in the back. There was nobody else at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there's nobody else who could possibly stab the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
Throwing a knife is impossible.
Throwing a knife is not something that is possible. But I have, in fact, stabbed people as a bat and then left the scene of the crime, and nobody would ever expect a bat to stab.
That's what you call a bat stabbing.
When I stab someone's back as a bat, it's a backstabbing backstab.
I should feel this cross-examination can prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance. The game then proceeds to give us 10 more chances.
Well, I mean, if you did screw up here, it would be all over.
That is true. That is true.
You're like, I'd concede guilty.
Yeah, he's guilty. See you later, man. Like, oh shit.
I'm out. I'm tired. I just want a normal case, please.
Can we just get like a, you know, like a theft real quick? I would like that a little bit. No, it's a casual theft. A light fog, you say? Well, light for London. You can see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther though. Oh my god, is that how bad London fog gets? That's light, is it? Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course. I've read that London is famous for its fog, but in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance. Oh, quaint. Yeah, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate. I see. At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Indeed, the other day I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling.
So this time I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen. However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused. Actually, hold on. I knew I found something. Oh, can I not like examine and like read the books or titles or anything? No, okay. Well, that is a knife indeed. That is an ear. That's a button. Them shoes, that's for sure. Why is the knife sideways? Like, when you hold a knife, right? The blade is...
Stab someone sideways. It's not a traditional stabbing method, but you could.
It's... I don't know, it seems weird. It just seems weird. From like how I've always held a knife, it just seems really weird. Very sussy. It looks stabbed. It looks stabbed in afterwards. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? There's also like no blood. Maybe it's a really thick coat, but like, I don't know. This is sussy as fuck. This is sussy as fuck. How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my learned friend. Because that is what the witness to the crime has told us. Yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witness yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That's correct, ma'am. Oh, then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of the winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog must have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated by the night. In the night, by gas street lights. It makes it very hard for me to move about and take my next victim. The blood was sucked up already? I mean, maybe the blood was already in the coat. Like, that's definitely not possible, you know what I'm saying?
There's that. There's also the fact that, like, most of the blood gets lost when you take out a knife wound.
That's true, we did learn
that's
that.
Why, if nothing else, take away that if you get stabbed, do not pull it out yourself.
Get to medical aid first.
Because it acts as a plug. And if you take it out, you're gonna slice yourself up and also unplug it.
Yeah. The prosecution believes it would have had ample light by which to witness the crime. Great! Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements. When we just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector. Actually, Inspector, blue would be daylight. It's actually out of the dark. From behind, you say? That's right, as you can see from the print. Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the weapon's back. And you say poor woman scream remains in critical condition, comatose, no loss. I'm afraid so, my lord. Yeah, she's been treated at Bart's. I was hopeful she'd come around before the trial starts so I could take a statement, but I wasn't able to.
This is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of the events.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbing wide eyes, I'm afraid.
He's trying so hard.
He's trying so hard, but his
My
slaps,
boy.
his slaps are just not strong enough. Mr. Natsume's belongings. I think you'll find it all there in the photographic print of the crime scene.
There's 3 books on the floor.
Wait a second. Yeah, he did get 3 books. That's right, my lord. Secondhand books, they were irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. The ghouls could have easily carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield the knife, for example.
I hit the mute button somehow, accidentally.
You're good.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You understood the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back.
That must be what happened, my lord, yes. The defendant apparently visits a secondhand bookshop on a daily basis. Yeah, so I understand. Shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject of his matter, on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention. The bloke's room stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, Inspector? Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. The closest secondhand bookshop with the accused lodges here. Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Briar and Mearsham Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in the lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. It means it didn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this.
That's like a careful conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would have certainly passed the scene of the crime on his way home that particular shop.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
I want to see what literally just changed. Alright. So, murder here, Bourbon Books, and Natsume's lodgings here. But what if he decided to go the long way around for funsies? Yeah, I agree. The most important point these other just made being let's go! The name. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe. Oh, well, you know. Yes, it's a very important clue.
Very well. Not that I could see it being of any great significance whatsoever. You definitely did not find a receipt previously of the books that this man may have purchased. Definitely not. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could there be any more sardonic? What does sardonic mean?
This one. Why can't I see? Grimly mocking or cynical.
Oh, gotcha.
kind of want to explore, see what happens. I kind of want to present and get it over with. So let's just see what he's got to say about this. So the shop is called Bourbon Books, is it? That's right, that's the closest secondhand bookshop to the accused's lodgings. And to get from there back to his room, he would have gone right past the very spot where the incident took place. If I could just confirm one point, can we be sure that the defendant really did visit Bourbon Books on the day in question? Well, we haven't actually confirmed it, no.
You haven't confirmed it? Why the devil not, Inspector?
Well, the thing is, shopkeeper's gone on a trip, you see. Left the morning after the incident to collect more stock, I'm told. So we haven't been able to ask the bloke if the accused visited his shop in the day in question or not. Well, in that case, what did the defendant himself have to say about it?
No recollection.
What?
According to the statement he made at the time, the accused has no recollection of where he'd been.
Of course he doesn't. The bloke clearly had his head in the clouds wherever he was walking about town. He claims he just wanders into whatever bookshop he happens to be passing and rarely notices the names.
I shall say this man ought to learn to look where he's going at the very least.
So, it's just as I thought then.
Is something the matter?
Inspector, you may continue with your testimony.
If I could just stop you right there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Nutsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident, and it details the purchase of 3 secondhand books. And you found it in the accused room, did ya? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your books? Why, oh, you are, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at the secondhand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. What?
Inspector, do you know this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. The old bookshop is another secondhand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have ever known about it. But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Yes, but what difference does it make? Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. The defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books. Then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed the location at all. Could that be true?
I might. Rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely! It absolutely could be right.
Absolutely could be right.
Yeah, it could be.
Inspector Gregson, where is your book establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that. It turns out that Your Books is just on the other corner of Mircom Street going east. And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh.
My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus.
You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you. Susato flip!
The bottle's back. Yeah, the bottle's back. Will he throw it again? 100%. Yeah. The only question is when.
And I didn't think I needed to spell it out for you, but here we go. If the Q was coming back home from your books instead of bourbon books,
There's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
unless he went down Calabash Road. I mean, at that point, maybe, I don't know.
Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow Nipponese friend.
Why?
Wherever the man purchases his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Ugh.
As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say? Hey, I've had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon, terrible sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Mr. Naruhodo,
He loves
we
broken glass.
mustn't give up.
Fucking loves broken glass. What do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
She's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
The victim's like I said must have passed the location he's on his way home from your books, but ow, fuck, ow, ow.
You okay?
Yeah, I hit my knee in the corner of my piece.
Oh dear.
Ah. We're good. Yeah, it's a slight pain. It's one of those surprising pains. It doesn't actually hurt. It's just surprisingly painful. You know what I'm saying? There's no like actual pain, just surprising. Right. I mean, you could argue he'd go either way. He just wants to walk, you know what I'm saying? Let's save it before I do anything stupid.
The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, Consul.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, it is the only conceivable route to take between the two places. If the defendant used the streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Talking back to a clown is a fool errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that the route, which is commonly referred to as the long way around.
The what?
On the cold winter's nights, why would any man choose to take the long route home?
I don't know, why would you choose to stab a woman?
Yeah, I know, right? You don't even have proof of the reason why he was that woman.
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, The accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings, and the obvious perpetrator of this crime. But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself, as to not say which route he took home. I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right, as I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception, he says. He doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this! I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around the subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if that is the case, the defense still... Wow. I agree with Lord Van Zeeks. Wholeheartedly and in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... We members of the jury are completely convinced now. That was quick. Holy shit. Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon the members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty.
Wait, they have voices?
Guilty.
They have voices?
Voices.
That's sacrilege. Oh shit, wow, that was fast. But we lost, guys. GG.
It appears the jury is leading as unanimous.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You served Queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruhodo.
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. Still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. Have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. Have to turn this around somehow. Those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die.
It looks like he's willing to give up and die with that face.
So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. The rights of the defense written in antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination so if it chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course we're ready.
I'm all too familiar with this Nipponese whippersnapper and his uncouth refusal to throw in his alley. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will explain why each grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
God damn. I want Herlock just to be like somewhere in the background one of these days, just like hanging off the scale.
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese already admitted himself, didn't he?
Said that woman in green collapsed before his eyes. Why, it can only have been the victim.
That man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back to the bookshop, not in winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
Really don't care. Can't just wrap this up now. I really got work to be doing. The old books, yes, they shop that. But books? Not so worth a resort.
Oh, I found his voice already.
The following minor exceptions to the reasonings and finding details are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself had admitted to seeing the victim in green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
Furthermore, we have forcibly expected that the defendant himself fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why do you have to run away like that? How are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I make this case up for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue...
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds.
Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You're the floor, Consul. Begin your submission examination.
Yes, my lord. We also got, like, not a single bit of evidence except one thing before, which is wild. I just need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Inosuke. You can do it. See this sword here, bitch? Oh, I can press them?
You can press them.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes it a lot easier.
Excuse me, but aren't you... Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the other side of it, anyways.
If I remember correctly, you're a baker, aren't you?
That's right.
After the gold rush down the road number, I came back to London for work. It was all going swimmingly until you started force-sicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry?
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and the young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh, you know.
Water under the bridge.
Now they're all sort of buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me nonstop. If I could turn back the clock.
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now.
And I'm free to make up my own mind as to who's guilty and who isn't.
Thank goodness.
Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history.
Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
You're right at the line. You're right at the time. You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone wearing the green was the victim. And clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
But let's not forget, madame, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a livid-faced coward, honestly, claiming that the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
If that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
Oh my god. I can tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself stated that there's nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could have possibly committed this awful crime. No one else could have done it. The accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
Your argument is compelling in the simplicity, I must say.
Oh my, you are too kind, my lord.
That went well for her. But you can't deny that there are other routes which Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean? Well, what was it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not.
Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Oh, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Oh, yes, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are cold and dark, so as I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes. Why is all this true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is if he went home along Briar Road.
I'm supposed to be convincing you here.
I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I don't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason he might have gone the Calabash Road, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honestly, I would. Yes, like he might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one.
I can't think of a good reason right now. Maybe I'll think of one later.
Hold it!
What does he matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Gardepp, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume's room.
Master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid you understand.
She's giving up the charade?
Ah! It's gonna be awkward.
Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd be selected for the jury in the trial, I mean?
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right, although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the man who would commit a crime such as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes, he's just the sort.
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy rooms, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyways, I better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's done enough damning things already.
Hold it!
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me, son. My life's on the line, too. And so's my family's. Likes of you wouldn't understand nothing, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. God, that's not the truth. And if I don't work, I don't eat. Neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. Well, that must be very hard. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, the water and gas supply pipes burst left, right, and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog till dusk to dawn. It is. So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. In fact, if I remember right, it was just around the corner from where it all happened. Well, the old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence? That's right, Meerschaum Street it was. Meerschaum Street?
On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. What's the point of that? Can't we just get this business over with now? Please, sir, it's important. Just... Fine, I'll do it then.
Hold it!
So if I understand correctly, you're a day laborer and you were doing road maintenance that day.
That's right. Like I said, you get a lot of burst gas and water pipes underground in the middle of winter. It's the only time of year fellows like me can actually make a few bob. And if I'm missing out today...
And when you say dawn till dusk,
well, the work has to be completed within the day, see? No coaches or pedestrians can pass while it's happening.
what if I could trouble you, sir, to mark on the street map the exact location of the work you are carrying out?
Give it here, then. Let me have a look. Right, let's just see then. Here we are, Mearsham Street. Yes, it was just here like the tide dig. I can tell you, we had to get through all the jigs of snow that had frozen solid.
What sort of time did you finish the work?
Well, we started in the morning. Can't have finished before 6, I'd say. Snow had stopped coming down, but it was long past dark for sure.
That means the roadwork was still going on when Miss Green was attacked around 5 o'clock.
Why are there so many jurors connected to this murder? I know, right, Mitchell?
Like, every juror is somehow connected directly to this case. Jesus Christ. Or the last case. Oh my god. It's so exhausting.
Roadwork on Mearsham Street, huh?
Let's pit him against
Objection.
these two statements are clearly at odds with one another.
Odds, Consul, explain yourself.
Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3.
Oh, me, sir? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area.
Oh, Mitchell's saying no cursing for 10 minutes. All right, friend. I got you. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's go. No cursing.
On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited the bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. On the same day, we now know there was work being carried out on Mearsham Street, making it impassable, which means that the defendant routes home could not have taken him along Mearsham Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course! What do you think, sir?
Well, yeah, you can't argue with that, really, can you? We must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But, we see now he had no other choice. Yes! My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes.
I don't think in all good conscience if I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we could get to the bottom of what really happened. What about you, sir?
Me? Well, all right then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument that should be filled in. That's what I say. As a day worker who fills in holes on the street for a living.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthens our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well.
I certainly frickin' hope so. Oh my god.
They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, only... if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do. And Zeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, Consul. On the submission examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Let's press him real quick.
Hold it!
I'm sorry. Fold it, you said. Fold what?
That's
Most impartial juror. can't
can't even hear it.
can't be biased if you can't hear it.
Oh no. What I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old bookstores they have in there, yes. I do enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you are all talking about.
What time did you visit your books on the day in question?
I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and I would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same old thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say, exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember well.
He has a green overcoat.
You sure do.
I'm not about to forget the day that I was in a hurry after all that dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Cabodash Road and I stepped on the ice and dunked my head. It was always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when I was still slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. Although I thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road.
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. And down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to back to your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It very well might be extremely significant.
Sorry, extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now.
He doesn't even correct him. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Nahodl.
Yeah, there's 2 more to go.
Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here.
I wish I knew how to do a societal takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now.
Objection!
These 2 statements are clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, Consul?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
My, whatever do you mean, sir? I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact that should be assured here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates the day of the attack. He had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home. How many freaking people are literally just so directly connected to this case?
That's just how it be. Do you think Van Zeeks is like, I'm going to throw myself into the jury?
I'm going to throw myself into the sun because of these stupid jury members. Almost cursed there. You almost got me there, Mitchell. I think literally over half the jury is directly related to...
I love his pacing.
It's actually, yeah. But like, I feel like literally over half the jury is directly related to this somehow. Then he returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are all aware of this. A poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Can we really be sure of that, madame?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you just heard juror number 6 account of what just happened to him on that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else, apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my.
My goodness, you mean? That's right. I'm referring to, of course, our hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Oh, look at that.
My goodness me.
Huh? Sorry, need to pee?
And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green in the overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Nussberry saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my.
You idiot, old man. If you hadn't been so daft to be roaming around there, we would have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking, wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? It's a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You like to change your learning, I presume.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
And I want to.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Whoa!
He got really angry for a second. He got really angry. Old man got angry for a second. Fuck yeah, I can curse now. Let's go.
You almost got me, Mitchell. All the summation examiner's conclusion with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, the noes 4. The noes have it, not guilty there, sir. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
He's gonna break it. He's gonna break it.
There we go!
Would it seem careless of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection? All to crush it in disgust! Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van
Every
Zeeks.
time, it's like, he does something, it's like, could it be disrespectful to do this?
If I did this, if I stabbed a person, would I be a murderer?
Disrespectful if I did this, and he just starts breakdancing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord Van Zeeks. It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we've just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Eh?
Whatever do you mean?
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I said is the truth. Indeed, Star Wars juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the roads as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you have excavated, sir.
That's right, took me the whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, this is readily faulted by any one of the moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have ever had a hope of passing anyways. We would just turn them and each other folks back when they came. Kids just jump over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over the 2-yard trenches his meanderings around town. Oh!
That true, is it?
Incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
Thank you, incontrovertible. The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to the lodgings, Mr. Nutsman walked down Briar Road. Question a single sentence. And old man. Old one, you can talk. You said at around 5 o'clock of the day in question you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
I don't know, I have my head. Didn't he say he, like, practically knocked himself out? How would
Yeah, he said he
know?
was, like, unconscious. I want to prove you guilty. Hey there, Ethan, how you doing? Oh, I guess I remember. You don't remember? All about the wager, my learned friend. You say it was this old man the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Ugh. Order. Explain yourself. My lord, if you have such strident argument of your sleeve, why in the world did you not put full of it during the summation examination? I wanted to give the young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
It is time to become sexy.
It is time I show off my beautiful figure, Your Honor. See these beautiful muscles glisten. He has a cross on him. Is he like accidentally killing himself by accident? So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What? What are you talking about? My lord! The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Barton, Meredith, bring forth the witness. It's the next witness.
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? This is what we were trying to get the entire time. How could you have forgotten?
He's a
We've been told
masochistic vampire who enjoys crosses. Oh my god.
We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yeah,
I know that we've been treating it like no one else could have possibly done it, but sure enough.
Yeah, I remember one of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Von Zeke brings into the stand as his next witness, and no matter what they say, I believe in Saseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Please don't be Queen Victoria.
It's I, Queen Victoria!
Wait. Who the fuck are these two people? Why are there so many people in this game? Oh my god.
There's so many people.
The other game had like 10. The other game had like 10 people.
Well, that's what happens when you can get about 5 million people on the witness stand at a time. They were like, oh man, the 3DS, we have so much more room for models now.
Oh. Compared to the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I need to refill my water. I say we take a 5-minute break, use the restroom, fill water, all that good stuff. I'm gonna put on a quick ad. That way people who come in a bit will not have to deal with pre-rolls. And we'll see you in a second. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Alright guys, see you in a second.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
We're back. I have some Oreos and I got some water too. So, yeah. I'm gonna take a big gulp of that water now.
Ooh.
I hate this. So many people. Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court. Oh, are they a couple? He's kind of goofy. Oh, he's kind of sleepy. Kind of sleepy. Kind of like. Oh yeah, here we go. Governor, okay, governor, hello. Okay, it's kind of like me. I'm gonna be a little silly Billy. You know what? I quite like this voice for him. It's nothing quite serious, but it's he can kind of go off to sleep. Yeah, there we go. Constable really beat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
And I'm Miss Beat. That Patricia's my name. I don't like that voice. Let's see. I gotta find someone with this voice.
Thank you,
here. I don't know. How do I find a voice? She's very cute, very in love. Let me see. And I'm Miss Beat. Patricia's my name, and I'm proud to be this young town hero's wife.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll find my way to it.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
I thought she was gonna say, in fact, we got married at 5 p.m. just 2 days ago. In the middle of a street. We had to pass her and everything there. Then the woman collapsed right behind us. Oh no! No. It was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired. Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is a more demanding work in the world. Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed, apart from the rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check the meters that are really true, and they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I'm gonna finish an Oreo real quick.
Huh?
I'm finishing an Oreo real quick. I wouldn't just be falling asleep at my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago. But it goes without saying, a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. I'm really getting that R down. Even when he's off duty, the constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby, this is a man of honor. A man of honor, you say, huh? I mean, I have no doubt he's actually a man of honor, but like, Scotland Yard, good job presenting this guy as like a oiled machine, you know, like actually like. I imagine he was asleep when he saw what was happening. Like his wife could have stabbed someone. And a man of slumber. On the day in question, the man and his wife are walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction. And they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
Constable Rolly Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
What a great witness this is going to be. Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir. Still trying to get the silliness of my beat, sir, and then get really snory.
It was our wedding anniversary, and Raleigh was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then we went to help at a nearby police box.
Her eyes are really sparkling.
I'm in love, sir. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Both Raleigh and I both saw him clear as day.
It was foggy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsumi at the scene. Their testimony is true. The alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death, Neil, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place. Well, fortunate prehension. And on your wedding anniversary too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witness, saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. And one of the witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you would appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Except that the man's so tired his wife has to do all the talking.
No problem. Counsel for the defense. Commence with your cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
I'm kind of going even higher and higher all the time with Dracula here. Like,
I think my Dracula voice changed from something like this to something like this.
just recently, I'm like, wow, I've really gone like really high Dracula for him.
Hold it!
Another change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Really? Okay. Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Raleigh looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Hey, Katie, gotta ask your opinion. Do you think that a beat-up Bobby uniform is a handsome uniform for a man to wear?
I think that when you're in love, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
What? Oh, I just finished my beat. Pat and I were headed over to the station. I was just planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Raleigh, I much prefer you in uniform.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I don't even recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
Thank you!
Kelly, here to the point. You were going for a meal and you had finished your beat before the night, correct?
Had a silly voice, gotta go like this, okay. That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm proud owner of this, I serve my city and the queen to the end.
What is that now? So warrant card, sir. Proof I'm a London copper. There's the noble founding principles of the force written on it, and I, as a reminder to all of us policemen on the sworn duty, to patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, for the noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without grumble. Because I know—
Oh my god, can you stop hitting your head? Stop with the salutes!
Because I know the plodding of my boots is all Londoners here to feel safe and secure. So fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then, huh?
I feel like my posture is just going to Natsume's posture. Just like,
Every time I just feel like I'm slouching more and more and more into the microphone.
just, it's not Natsume, Rinosuke's posture.
But sir, just on that particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat put up with a lot being married to a Bobby—
Oh, both their eyes are shining. It's actually kind of cute. Oh, look at these two idiots. They're disgusting. So disgusting.
Mrs. B put up with a lot.
His eyes are shining too. It's cute.
I know it's cute, but that's why it's disgusting. It's like one of those. It's like the couple, you know, right? They're like so madly in love. They're perfect couple. They really just legitimately love each other. They keep it appropriate. You know, when they talk about each other, their eyes glisten. They really truly love each other, and it's fucking disgusting. But it's so sweet. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like listen. I like sweet things. I can eat a lot of sweet foods, but even my limit is like excessive frosting, right? This is like excessive frosting on the cake. Like, sure, a nice little coating of frosting is great on the cake. A nice little coating of icing, you know, a chocolate chip, you know, we love that. You know, holding hands, saying she's so sweet, giving her a peck on the cheek. Oh, it's really adorable. But only waking up to talk about her and how much you love her, kind of a little disgusting. Like, not in a bad way, in the best legitimate way possible. Looks like they have a really cute, healthy, loving relationship, and that's all you can ask for. But like, you know what I'm saying, right? I don't need to keep justifying myself.
Kind of a silly little voice. Okay, let's go. Mrs. B puts up with a lot being married to a Bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
Oh, Rowley.
Ew.
Oh, Pat.
It's disgusting.
Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
Please, Ryonosuke, be on my side. If a little over the top, perhaps. Thank you! Be Ryonosuke, guys, on his back.
And I'm going to describe what happened next.
He's back asleep already.
Anyway, oh, yeah.
He literally came out of his sleep just to say how much he loved.
What time did you want to end it tonight?
We got like 30 minutes. Are we good? Are you good?
I'll probably be okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, can we end it closer to 9:45?
Let's end it like after this one then, because you know what? We may as well just do the rest of the holding it later on. You know, all in
Sure.
one thing. Two silhouettes.
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction. There was a rather plump figure, followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man. That does sound exactly like the— Oh no, they sound too similar. Help. They sound exactly like the victim as pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. And you're certain that at the time that nobody else nearby.
Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there were streetlights on Briar Road, you see. And there was nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
A little bit of a silly voice, there we go. What? Ah, yes, that's right. Of course there was a light fog in the ground. But Briar Road is dead straight and you can see a fairly long way down the pavement. And then there's the street lights as well. I didn't see any other... Before the sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please, Mr. Repeat. Are you quite sure of what you just said? Yes, sir. As a copper who spends all day, every day, keeping watch on the streets. Oh my gosh, she's so smitten. I'd swear to it, sir. I am sure. As
They're so cute, though.
I'm as sure as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Raleigh.
So then there was no one else on the street other than the victim and the attacker. Started to seem like there must be really how it happened.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run.
Well, it didn't stop Mr. Nutsman, did it? You fled the scene all too convincingly.
I couldn't believe we were originally clear during the situation just before the incident now. What happened during the crucial moments followed.
Alright. Let it off here, guys.
But we will continue on in the future with Pat and Raleigh because,
Oh, no, wait. Buttons, jeez. There we go.
they are disgustingly cute.
They are disgustingly cute. God bless them.
They deserve each other. They're loving each other. Hey, subscribe to me on YouTube, join the Discord, and here's our raid message. We're gonna raid someone real quick. Who we're gonna raid is the question. I gotta look up, see who's online. And I gotta choose someone. And after I choose someone, I gotta actually raid them. Also, what happened to Mr. Fabulous McGee that looks like the fucking queen? Is he gonna be coming back? Or we just like, or do they just like, hey, yeah, we're gonna show this one guy for like a second and then fuck all? You know? Who are we going to raid? Raid them recently already. Raid them recently already. We... Ah, fuck it. We raided them recently. It doesn't matter. We'll raid them again. We're gonna raid Seifer again. Seifer's a good bean. Raid channel. SEIFER. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I do sincerely hope you had a fantastic time because I know I certainly did. Subscribe to me on YouTube, all that good stuff. And I do hope you had a great day. And I hope you continue to have a fantastic day. Y'all stay safe. Stay Botanist Cool. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.